Hello friends, today we'll study toxicology. Okay, it is a very major part for studying a third type of a accident, that is a toxic release of a accident. So the name itself says that is a toxicology, so it is a study of a toxic nature of the material, how it affects our body and what are the different adverse effect that will be there. So we have to study this is nothing but the toxicology study. Now we see the actual definitions of that. So what is the toxicology? Nothing but it is defined as the qualitative and the quantitative study of the adverse effect of toxicants, okay, on the biological organisms. Now here the toxicants are nothing but it may be chemical or physical agents, okay, that are present in industries or in a simple environment that may harm our body, okay. So it may be chemical, it may be a physical. Now the examples are there is nothing but the dust, fibers, noise and the radiations or all of these are nothing but the toxicants that are present. Okay. Now we see the example. So the physical agent is the asbestos fiber, a known cause for a lung damage. So this type of asbestos generally damage our lung. Okay, and it can be cause a cancer to that the body. Okay, so that is the example. So from simple definition we can say it is nothing but the qualitative and quantitative study of a adverse effect of a toxicant on a biological organisms. Okay. Now we can see what is the toxicity. So, so toxicity of a chemical or a physical agent is a property of the agent. Okay, describing its effect on the biological organisms. Okay, so how it is efficient, so that it will cause the adverse effect on the biological organism is nothing but the toxicity. Now we can see how this chemical or agent or a physical agent, how it is efficient so that it will cause the damage to the body is nothing but the toxicity of the material. Now we see what is the toxic hazards. Now we have in the previous lectures and the videos we have seen the hazard, and it is anything possible, the probability of that condition to cause the accident. Okay, now we can see here toxic hazard is the likelihood of a damage to the biological organisms. Okay, now that is nothing but there is a probability of that agent to cause a damage to the organ of a biological organisms. Okay, now we can see it is based on the exposure, okay, resulting from the transport and the other physical factors of a usage. Okay, so how they will affect, they will affect in the, so how many times we are exposed to that chemical agent or toxicants. Okay, now we can see the toxic hazards of a substance can be reduced by application of appropriate industrial hygiene techniques. Okay, so the work of chemical engineer or so the safety engineer is to reduce the hazard of that toxic, okay, toxic material by application of appropriate industrial hygiene techniques. Okay. Now the toxicant however cannot be changed toxicity. So whatever the material we are handling, we cannot change the toxicity of that material. Okay. So that is a simple idea for studying a toxic nature of materials. Now for studying toxicology, okay, so we should be familiar with the two three terms, okay, that are very useful. So first thing is that the toxicants, whatever the toxicants are there, okay, how they enter the body and how the various what will happen to, if the toxicants can enter the body and how they exits the body and what at what organ that toxicant will have a adverse effect. Okay, so that is a simple idea for studying the toxicology. Now we see that toxicants enter the biological organism, okay, by the various routes. So we can see here the various routes are there is the ingestion. Okay, ingestion is nothing but whenever we are in the industries and there is a small particles that are present in the environment. So it may be get attached to the will attach to the hands. Okay, where hands will be contaminated with that chemicals, okay, or the toxicants. Now if we are not handling washing a hand properly and if you go to the lunch and if, whatever the particles are there, it may mix up with the that our food, and it will go to our stomach. Okay, and it will cause, or it will be mixed up with our digestive system, and it will have some various types of infections. Okay, so that is nothing but the ingestion type of a entry route. Now we can see here, these are the pictures that shows that when we are eating around the plant, okay, the two persons are there, they are having a lunch at the around the plant. So in this type of condition, there is an entry route of toxicants into our body, that is from the mouth to the into the stomach. Okay, now next is nothing but the inhalation type of a entry route. Okay, now we can see here the diagram from the exhalation and inhalation. So it will come from the nose and the mouth. Okay, and it will affect the lungs of our body. Okay, so that is the inhalation type of a entry route. So we can see here the second type, where the toxicants can enter the body, is the inhalation. Okay, so it will come through the mouth and the nose, and it will it will go to the lungs, mix up with the lungs, and it will cause some damage to that lungs. Now the third type of the uh, entry route is the, we can say, injection. Okay, so what happens, from the pictures we can see, it is through the cuts into the skin. So whatever the toxicants are there, if there is some cuts in our body part, so it will directly go, whatever the materials are there, it will directly go into that cuts and then mix up with our blood vessels, and it will be directly affect the blood vessels, and there will be some diseases will be occur. Then the fourth type of entry level is the dermal absorptions. Okay, so from this diagram, so this is nothing but the dermal type of a dermal absorption. So here what will happen, whatever the toxicants are there, they will go from the membrane of our skin, and it will mix up with our body vessels, and it will cause various types of problems in our body. Okay, now you see there are various techniques that are available. Okay, various techniques are available for controlling this type of entry levels. Okay, so first thing is that, what is the entry route is the ingestion type. So what happens here, there is a entry of a toxicant from our mouth, and it will go to the that is the stomach. Now how we can control it, we can control it by enforcement of a rule, okay, on eating and drinking around the plant. So we can apply various types of rule. We can keep a board mentioning that it will not they are not allowed to eat, or you're not allowed to drink, or not allowed to smoke around that plant. So it will stop the this ingestion type of a entry route. Okay, now the second type of entry route is the inhalation. So it what happens here, whatever the toxicants are there, it will come from our nose and mouth, go to the lungs. Here what we can do, methods for control, we can apply various types of ventilation systems around the plant. Okay, again, the whatever the personals are there, they can use the respirators, okay, whenever needed. Again, the various personal protection equipments. Okay, so these are the control methods we can apply for controlling the inhalation type of entry. Now the third type is the injection type. Okay, injection type, here what happens, whatever the toxicants are there, if there is a cut in our skin, it will mix up with that cuts, and it will mix up with the blood vessel. So here we can control this method by using a proper protective clothing. Okay, same thing for the dermal absorptions, it will come from the skin membrane, and it will go to the body. Okay, so again we can control it by using a proper protective clothing. So these are the various technique where we can uh, control the entry of toxicants. Now we can see here, this is the graph mentioning, what is mentioning is the time after the administration and the blood level concentration of the toxicants. Okay, we can see here there are four graphs mentioning the four entry routes. Okay, there is a injection, inhalation, ingestion, and the dermal absorption. So from here we can see that the graph shows that the toxic blood level concentration as a function of a route of a exposure. Okay, now what we can see here from the graph, whenever there is a entry of a toxicant by injection method, Okay. So this graph shows that so high level, so whatever the toxicants are entering our body, so when it is mixing with our body, so the concentration of that toxicant in the blood will be very high when it is when the entry route is from the injection type. That means whenever there is a cut and whatever the toxicants are there, it mix up with that blood. So the chances of increasing the concentration in the blood vessels are more when there is an injection type of a entry route. Okay. Then the next is the ingestion type. Okay. So whenever we can see that whenever so second curve shows that maximum blood level concentration of the toxicant will be increased by the second type of entry route level, that is ingestions. Okay. So whenever we are eating, so whatever the toxicants will enter our body and into the digestive system, and after that digestive system it will be the concentration of toxicant will be increased. Okay. Well, it will be very fast when it is coming from the ingestion type of entry route. Then the third level is the dermal absorption and the inhalation. Okay. So these are the various functions. So these are the entry routes, and we can see that from this. Okay. So this is how different levels of inhalations are there. Okay. Now we can see. So generally what the graph says that whenever there is whatever may be the entry route, so whatever the may be the entry route of toxicants into the body, ingestion, inhalation, or dermal absorption. So what will happen? Whatever the toxicants are there, it will mix up with our blood cells, and it will cause various types of diseases into the body, and it will affect the various organs. Okay. Now we see the next slide. What it says that oh, how the toxicants can be eliminated. Okay. Whenever toxicants are entering, it may have elimination. Okay. It will have a exit point. So there are three types of elimination from where the exit of the toxicant from the body will be possible. The very first one is the excretion. Okay. So excretion here, the elimination of the toxicants will be from the lungs, okay, or the kidney, or the liver, or other organs. Okay. Whatever the materials are there present in the toxicant, it will be eliminated by the first step of elimination is the excretion. Okay. Whatever the toxicant materials are there, it will be excreted through kidney, liver, lungs, or other organs. Okay. The second exit route from for the toxicants are detoxification. Okay. So this method is very different. So for by changing the chemical, okay, into the something less harmful by biotransformation. So whatever toxicants enter our body, there will be some chemical reaction will happen, and due to that chemical reaction, whatever the toxicants are there, they are converted into less harmful material. Okay. And there is a biotransformation is occurred. Okay. The third exit route is the storage. Okay. Whatever the toxicants are there, they are converted directly into the fatty tissues. Okay. So these are the three exit routes for the toxicants that may be important for our study. Okay. So first we will study how the toxicant enters, and second thing we will study how the toxicants can exit our body. Okay. Now we see there are various types of effect. What are the different responses of toxicants? Whenever the toxicants enter our body, they will affect. So there are various types of effects. The first effect is very reversible, irreversible. That means when the body will be affected by toxicant, various diseases will be there, and they will be very carcinogenic. It cannot be cured easily. Okay, that is the irreversible type. So we can see carcinogen causes a cancer. They are irreversible effects. Then mutagen causes a chromosome damage. Then reproductive hazard causes damage to the reproductive system. Teratogen causes the birth effects. So these are all the irreversible effect that may be caused by the toxicant that enters our body. Then the second effects are reversible. That means it can be cured. Okay. So there is a dermatotoxics affect the skin, hernotoxic affect the body, hepatotoxics affect the liver, nephrotoxic kidneys, neurotoxic nervous system, and the pulmonotoxic affect the lungs. Okay, so these are the various diseases that can be affected by the toxicants. Okay, now you see the kidney. Okay, how the materials are excreted by the kidneys. Okay, so the exit route of the toxicant from the kidney. So how it can be done? So kidneys are dominant means of excretion in the human body. They eliminate the substance that enter the body by ingestion, inhalation, injection, and the dermal absorption. Toxicants are extracted by the kidney from the bloodstream and are excreted through into the urine. Okay, so that is the simple mechanism of a kidney. Whatever the toxicants are present in the blood, they are extracted by the kidneys and from the bloodstream, and they are excreted through the urine route. Okay, so that is a very major part of a major organ of our body. So whatever toxicants are present, they will be eliminated. Okay. The second part organ that is responsible for excretion of our toxicants into the body are the livers. Okay. As you see the figure of that livers, okay, toxicants that are ingested into the digestive tracts. Okay. Whenever the toxicants are entered through the ingestion route, okay, that are ingested into the digestive tract are frequently excreted by the liver. Okay. So what will happen in general, chemical compounds with a molecular weight greater than 300 are excreted by the liver into bile. Okay, that is the biological terms that are used. Okay, whatever the chemical compounds are having a molecular weight around 300 are excreted by the liver. Okay, compounds with low molecular weight enter the bloodstream and are excreted by the kidneys. The digestive tract tends to selectively detoxify certain agents. Okay, whereas substance that enter through the inhalation, injection, and dermal absorption generally arrive in the bloodstream unchanged. Okay, so what happens? The toxicant which is having a molecular weight around 300, they are again simply excreted by the liver, and less than that is excreted by the kidneys. Okay, now you see the next type of our organs that is responsible for excretion of a toxicant from the body is the lungs. Okay, the lungs are also means of elimination of a substance. Okay, particularly that are volatile. Okay, volatile, all of you know, that can easily be given off into the vapors. Okay, so chloroform and alcohol are excreted by these routes. Generally, whatever the chloroforms are entered into the body, and the alcohols can be excreted by the lungs. Okay, other routes of excretion are the skin. Okay, so other route of excretion are the skin, hair, and the nails. Whatever the toxic materials are there, they are eliminated in terms of by the skin, hairs, and the nails. Okay, these routes are usually minor compared to the excretion process by so these routes were from the skin, hair, and the nails. They are very uh, normal or minor, okay, as compared to the another organs. Okay, now you see the storage. Okay, so whatever the materials that are present in the toxicant present in the body are converted into a fatty acids that are present. Okay, so the body itself convert that toxicant into fatty acid, that is less harmful material by biotransformation. Okay, now we can see here the liver is the dominant organ in a detoxification process. Okay, whatever the so what happens here, detoxification, that means it will convert that toxicants into less harmful material. Okay, so liver is the main organ that is responsible for this process. Okay, now what happens, this detoxification occurs by biotransformation. It means the chemical agents are transferred by the reaction into less harmful substances. Okay, biotransformation reaction can occur in the blood, okay, intestinal tract, wall, skin, kidneys, okay, and other organs. The final mechanism of elimination of is the storage. Okay, what happens here? The process involves depositing. So what will happen in the storage? The process involves depositing the chemical agent mostly into a fatty areas of a organism, but also in the bones, blood, liver and kidney. Okay, storage can, so what happen in storage thing? Whatever the chemical are there, the toxicants present in the body are deposited, okay, generally into the fatty areas or the bones or the blood or the liver, okay, and the kidneys. Okay, so what happens here? Storage can create, so what will happen? This storage, whatever the toxicants are there, they can create a future problems if the organism food supply is reduced and the fatty deposits are metabolized. Okay, the storage chemical agent are will be released into the bloodstream, resulting into possible damage. So these are the three exit route. First thing, they will be excreted by the organs. Second thing is that will be converted into a storage, okay, fats. Now, what will happen? For massive exposure to the chemical agent, damage can occur to the kidney, liver, or lungs. Okay, significantly reducing the organism ability to excrete. So, what will happen if the exposures are very high? The high concentration of toxicants are entering the body. So, even then, what will happen? So, even the body is excreting that toxicant, but if there is a high concentration exposure, so high concentration exposure will affect, or it will affect all the that is the organs that excretes the oxygens. Okay, so maximum exposure or the high exposure even affects the excretion process of a body. Okay, so that is the toxicology studies. Now we see what is a toxicology study. Okay, so after studying the entry and the exit route of a body, of a toxicant from the body, we can study what is a toxicology study. So first thing what we have studied is that how the toxicants are there. Yeah, it may be physical, it may be chemical, and how they affect the body. Okay, how they enters the body and how they exits the body. Now if the exposures are maximum, even the body cannot exit it. Okay, in a body, even the organs will not excrete that toxicant. Again the toxicant again harms that organs also. Okay, so this is the procedure. Now we study the toxicology studies, how they will be, how the studies will be, how analysis part will be there. Okay, now we can see the major objective of toxicology is to quantify the effect of a suspect toxicant on the target organism. So what happens here? The study says that we have to quantify, okay, quantify the effects. Okay, what if we will take a one toxicants, we study that if the small amount of toxicant is given to that organism, what will be the effects? It is nothing but the basic idea for toxicology studies. Now for most toxicology studies, okay, animals are used, okay, usually with the hope that results can be extrapolated to the humans. So generally whenever they are using a small animals, then whatever the results are there, it can be extrapolated compared with the human. Okay, so that is the toxicology studies. They will take a small animals, they will give a small quantity of that toxicants to that organism, and after giving the small quantity of that organism, toxicants to that organism, they will study the effects. Okay, and whatever the results they are getting, they are converting into the, they are extrapolated and it will compared with the human weight. Okay, then we can see that once the effect of suspect agent have been quantified, appropriate procedures are established to ensure that the agent is handled properly. Okay, now we can see there are four following items must be used for studying a toxicology. The first one is the toxicants. Okay, the target or the test organism, animal that are we are using, the effect or a response to be monitored. Okay, what will be happen if small quantity is given to that animal, and we have to study the response. Okay, then the dose range, again what quantity we are giving, then the period of test. So it is very most important. at how many concentration and at how many times, okay, at what period of time that organism is affecting that. Okay, so these are the various four processes that are responsible for toxicology study. Okay, so uh, various things are there. Now, in the next part of our syllabus, our lecture, we will see how the toxicology studies are there, how the responses are recorded, and various things, how the analysis has been done. Okay, so that is all about our my presentation today on a toxicology. So hope you have all have understood this presentation. Okay, and thank you for your attention